Welcome to week 6 of Sense Rugby. We hope you've had as much fun as we have. This week, I wanted to briefly touch base about problem solving and how you can help your child feel more confident and capable in more than just a Sense Rugby environment. You may have noticed that in Sense Rugby, the therapist and staff often play dumb with the kids or allow them to sort out their own differences to an extent. We'll also encourage the kids to come up with their own ideas and allow them to work out how this can happen. Sometimes it's finding a bit of a balance with this and making sure that things don't go too far, but still giving kids the opportunity to sort it out. The reasoning behind this is because a quality OT is always looking at how we can get kids to do more successful problem solving. This can be in the context of solving a physical problem, like working out how to build or complete an obstacle course, but it can also be in the context of a shared social problem. For example, what do I do when we both want to be first in line or we disagree on something? Problems arise in various different forms throughout the day for kids and adults. Sometimes they're bigger problems that we would see as a major obstacle in our life, and other times they're very small problems, but things like moving something out of the way if it's in the way of you getting from A to B. Some problems require a lot of mental energy to solve, whereas others you can do without even giving it a second thought. For various different reasons, many of our kids often find problem solving very difficult, which means that even the small problems take a lot of effort and energy from them. Quite often this can result in frustration, kids giving up very easily or just withdrawing from the activity. Simply fight, fright or flight. It can also lead to much higher levels of fatigue and exhaustion at the end of the day, which can often lead to meltdowns and difficult times when kids get home from school. Most importantly though, we all need to feel like we can trust our brains and our bodies to get us through the small challenges, to allow us to feel successful, confident, and capable at the end of the day. That is what makes us feel like we can persist through every other challenge, every time we try it, and it also gives us the confidence to do new things without fear of failure. So how can you help your child to do this? Number 1, stop solving all the problems. We need to give our kids the time and space to work things out. It's tricky because often as parents, we feel our role is there to help kids to work it out. It could be the big things like social disagreements, but they could also be the small things, like giving our kids the time to work out how they're going to tackle rather than just correcting them or, telling them exactly what to do straight away. It might be letting them work out exactly what the best way might be to use their body with the heat shields rather than correcting them straight away. It can be letting them figure out how to play with toys in their own way before showing them how to play with it in the directed way. It could be as simple as giving them enough time to come up with their own ideas for games with their friends before telling them or showing them what they can do. Nature can be a very great way to help kids to learn to problem solve too. It's a fantastic playground and it requires a lot of ideation, so learning how to walk over, under or through different pathways and exploring the outside world is a really natural way of exploring and practicing these skills. In saying that, if we left kids completely to their own devices and they haven't previously had any opportunities to successfully problem solve or had much success in problem solving, you're likely to see them give up or come back running to you asking for your advice on what to play or how to solve their social issues. Because of this, while their independence grows, we need to give them the empathy that they need by getting lost in the problem with them and scaffolding it for them until they reach a feeling of success enough times to need us less. Practically, this could look like this. At home, when your child tells you they are bored and they have nothing to play, rather than giving them ideas or directing them towards a toy, you can say, "I know, right? It's so hard to come up with ideas of what to play. What do you think we should do?" and sort of wandering around the house with them until they find something that might interest them. That could be enough to get them thinking. If you need to scaffold a little more, you might say, what things do you think we could do outside or inside the lounge room? Maybe you can think of some ideas, and being part of that problem with them. You may need to break it down even further into specific toys or games, but allow them time to explore the idea while they're feeling supported by you. In social environments, allowing them time to problem solve could look more like this. Oh dear, you both wanted to go first. We have a problem. What are we going to do? Kids are often a bit blown away when they see you do this. They kind of look at you like, shouldn't you be solving this problem for me? But give it time and see if they can work it out between themselves, obviously making sure both parties are safe. They may also need your help here by commenting on what they're feeling or repeating or narrating what happened. So, oh, I can see you got upset because Johnny pushed in. Johnny must have really been excited to have a turn. He likes the game just as much as you. Sometimes this allows us to, or this needs us to be a little bit more comfortable with our own feelings of displeasure or our own need to have things run smoothly. It's okay if it's a little bit of chaos in this situation sometimes. We need to have kids feel comfortable with the fact that their emotions aren't always positive and it doesn't always look perfect, but they still have the capability to fix that. I hope this gives you some food for thought for the week and some ideas for home. We'll chat next week.